Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.
What the f? Boosh! What's up, guys? It's Ben back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about, I think, one of the most lackluster Apple events I've ever seen. I think this was more of a refresh event, but we're gonna have to talk about that in a sec. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and consider joining the family. Let's get into it. To start off the video, I'm gonna say I was right about a couple of things from my prediction video that I posted a couple of weeks ago, but I was also wrong about quite a bit. And I think my expectations for this event were a lot higher than they probably should have been. If you haven't seen my prediction video from a couple of weeks ago, go watch that before you watch this so you can see the difference. Apple really only announced a couple of things at this event. They updated some of the AirPods, and they also updated the Apple Watch to the Apple Watch Series 10, and they also refreshed the Apple Watch Ultra as well. And of course, we got the new iPhone. To start off, we're gonna talk about the AirPods. You already know that I have some thoughts, so here we go. The updates to the regular AirPods brought a new generation of AirPods 4 with a new design of a smaller case and a new design for the way that it fits in your ear. According to Apple, they did a study of over 120,000 people's ears to be able to map out the best way for the AirPods to fit and be able to fit in everybody's ear. Of course, everybody is different and it may not work for everybody, but they're going to try to get it to work for everybody. Right? That's how that works. There are two versions of the AirPods 4s, regular AirPods for your listening convenience, and the AirPods 4s that have noise cancellation, active noise cancellation, and transparency mode. It's really nice to see that the noise cancellation is not just available on the Pros now, and it is now available in a more consumer-oriented product. The new AirPods will be available for $129, and the AirPods with noise cancellation will be $179. They also did an update to the AirPods Pro 2s that will be a software update from what I understand. The AirPods Pro 2s are considered to be an over-the-counter hearing aid for low to moderate hearing loss, and also adapted noise cancellation to help with protecting your ears from high volume sound. So if you're at a concert or working construction or things that happen to have a lot of sound that have a really high volume, you can now protect your ears. There's also a new function where you can test your ears to see if you're experiencing hearing loss. And from what I understand, the AirPods Pro 2s will adapt the sound that comes into your ears to adjust for the areas that you are currently missing. Just like a hearing aid, only smarter. And if you watched my videos before, just an FYI, yes, I am irritated that they did not come out with AirPods in black. It is really annoying, and I wish Apple would stop hating money and that they would go ahead and make a black pair of AirPods. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. AirPod Maxes are also getting an upgrade. Oh wait, no they're not. All jokes aside, AirPods Maxes will be coming with USB Type-C and a couple of new colors, but that's it. These are headphones that came out in December of 2020 and will not be getting an upgrade this year, the year 2024. Why, you may ask? Probably because the AirPods Maxes are really good at what they do and they are very expensive. But what you get is definitely worth it. But I think that Apple probably should have come out with a newer refresh version of them. Maybe they're working on something behind the scenes. They probably are. It's Apple. But it would have been nice to see a refresh this year of the AirPods Maxes. On to the Apple Watch. Now, they decided to call it the Apple Watch Series 10 instead of the Series X, which is interesting because of the fact that the iPhone 10 was the iPhone X, even though there was no iPhone 9. They just went from the 8 to the X, or 10, if you will. The Apple Watch Series 10 will be coming in two sizes, 42mm and 46mm, according to the keynote. The screen is actually bigger than the Apple Watch Series Ultra and a lot thinner than the previous Apple Watches. According to Apple, it is nearly 10% thinner than the Series 7 and 8 and 9. Apple even has a fun little toggle slider that you can play with on their website to see the difference between the screen sizes to the previous generation and the thinness. The Series 10 will also be equipped with a sleep apnea detector that'll be equipped later this year. They also say that you're going to be able to play music with the onboard speaker as a Bluetooth speaker if you forget your AirPods. I don't think I've ever been in a position where I needed to play sound out of my watch, but we'll see if that ever happens. I'll let you know. Apple also states that the Series 10 will be coming with faster charging due to a larger charging coil that's built into the watch. I might have to test that, so we'll see. The Series 10 is going to be coming out with 3 different colors: jet black, rose gold, and silver. I'm definitely going to be getting the jet black if I can. I had the jet black iPhone 7 Plus and it was pretty cool, although a fingerprint magnet for sure. There's also titanium versions of the Apple Watch Series 10 that come in 3 different colors: natural titanium, gold, and slate gray. The prices are roughly the same as last year, with the GPS versions of the aluminum Series 10 starting at $399 for the 42mm and $429 for the 46mm. For the GPS and cellular, it's $499 for the 42mm and $529 for the 46mm. And the titanium versions only come with GPS and cellular. $699 for the 42mm, $749 for the 46mm. And guess what? I was right. They did come out with new colors, and they did come out with new watch bands, and they did partner with a company that looks like a checkmark. The Apple Watch Series Ultra also got a slight, minuscule update of a new color that they're calling satin black, but it looks like matte black. We'll let you guys be the judge of that. Go see it in person at the Apple Store. The prices haven't changed for the Series Ultra. They are still $799 starting and $899 on the higher end. Now for the iPhone. Now this is the one thing that I did get right about my prediction, and that is that we were getting a new iPhone. Apple announced the iPhone 16, 16 Plus, 16 Pro, and 16 Pro Max, and all of them are coming with the camera control button that's not a button that is a button. Now, the only reason I say that is because Apple is refusing to call it a button. I personally tried it out myself. It's a button that has touch features on it. Now, this camera control button is pretty interesting in the way that it functions. From what I understand, the button can perform different actions depending on how hard you press it. It also has a touch surface that you can use sort of like the wheel on a DSLR professional camera. You can also control things like depth of field, exposure, and zooming, along with many other features. It'll also open up the camera if you press it, and if you press it in certain ways, it'll open into different modes, being that photo or video, depending on how hard you press. Like I said in my prediction video, I do think that having this button is kind of redundant, but with the features that were put into the new button, I think that it'll be interesting to see if this is a feature that Apple decides to keep, or if it's going to go the way of 3D Touch. Man, I miss 3D Touch. Side note, I think that this would have been a great opportunity for Apple to bring back Touch ID to the iPhone, but I do believe that we are past that time. The iPhone 16 and 16 Plus are jumping 2 generations in chipsets from the A16 to the A18 so that the phones can handle the amount of computing power that is needed to process AI integrations. And the Pro models are going to come with the A18 Pro chips. The 16 and 16 Plus are going to be coming in a variety of colors: black, white, pink, teal, and a new color that they're calling ultramarine, which to me looks like if purple and blue had a baby. I know a couple of people who are really excited about the new colors, and I can't wait to see them in person myself. My predictions in the last video were right. Apple is going to be sticking with the titanium build for these phones. The Pro models are coming in black titanium, white titanium, natural titanium, and desert titanium. Side note, I've already seen the desert titanium in person, and it looks just like the gold iPhone. There you go. I also know a lot of people that are not going to be happy because some of the colors from last year are not making an appearance this year, like that blue that I got my iPhone 15 Pro Max in last year. That was a really good lineup. The screen on the Pro models is also getting upsized from 6.7 inches to 6.9 inches on the Pro Max and 6.1 to 6.3 on the 16 Pro. The cameras are also getting an upgrade, the Pro and Pro Max being able to shoot in 4K 120, which is great if you're a content creator. Just keep in mind that the amount of space that is needed to store these files is going to be huge, and you're going to run out of space very quickly. I record these videos in 4K 30, and on an average it takes me about 30 minutes to film one video. One 30-minute recording is a little over 35 gigabytes normally, so just keep that in mind. I'll put a link to the full description of these phones in the description down below. Now, on to the $10 million question. Will I be upgrading to the new 16 Pro Max from my 15 Pro Max? As of right now, I'm gonna say no. And that's not from a lack of wanting to. As a photographer, I would love to learn the new button and see all of the features that come along with it. But I'm currently in a bind with my cell phone provider, not to name names, but I'm trying to get out from being under their thumb. But I will be upgrading from my Series 7 Apple Watch to the new Series 10 Apple Watch. So just keep an eye out for that video. I also won't be upgrading to any of the new AirPods, if you can even call it an upgrade. I can't justify spending $550 on AirPods Maxes, even though they would be really cool to have. But Ben, you say, you can justify spending $500 on a new Apple Watch. Yeah, I can. I use my Apple Watch every day, from tracking my pushes in my wheelchair and tracking my sleep, as well as the normal things like sending text messages, reading notifications, and tracking my workouts when I decide to do that. Not often. But I would get more use out of my Apple Watch than I would out of the AirPods Maxes. Plus, with my luck, I'll buy the AirPods Maxes, and in October, they'll come out with new AirPods Max Pros, and I'll have spent that money just to be behind with a set of headphones that was released almost 5 years ago. Anyway, what do you think about the Apple event and the items that were announced? Do you think that this was a true Apple event, or do you think that Apple could have done better? Y'all know what I believe. Let me know in the comment section down below. That's gonna do it for this video. If you like this video, give it a like. If you really like this video, hit that subscribe button. Consider joining the family. We are currently, as of right now, 6 subscribers away from 1,000. Let me know what you guys want me to do for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay classy. I'll see you next time.